You know, we've been talking a lot about policy, the infrastructure bill, what's in it, what's not in it. You know, on the front end, they had community college, free community college, which was embraced, it would seem, by so many people, and yet in the wrangling that went on in Congress, it was left out. So perhaps this is a new wave. This is a debt-free program from Ohio State University. They're going to offer undergraduate students the chance to graduate debt-free after 4 years. Now, it's going to cost them over 10 years about $100 million. They're going to do an $800 million fundraising campaign to help cover it. So maybe what they're saying here, Jenny, is that these school systems have to begin allowing their students to graduate without the kind of burden and debt that causes stress, anxiety, and simply can't be met in a lot of cases with that first job.
Right.
Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, most jobs.
I mean, I deferred my student loans for an entire year. I had to, and part of me was like, okay, this is a tool I've been given, but then I had the anxiety of what if I'm not making more money a year from now? How am I going to meet this expense every month? And thankfully, I was doing better after my first year in the business, but it's tough starting out for everybody.
Question for you guys. At 18, when you're making these decisions about college, do you think that you really understand what it means to be $27,000 in debt per year, or what, like, do you have a means of understanding that from an 18-year-old's capacity about
like what
finances?
does that monthly look like, and what will my annual salary be based on the profession I might or might not go in? That's the thing.
Did you guys understand that at 18?
No, I didn't. I mean, I understood that it was low interest. I understood that there were ways in which you could defer it for a period of time after you graduated, but I hadn't quite fully understood that when I left college and was making $12,000 a year, that paying that $180, $200 a month loan payment was going to be a big burden.
Yeah, and think about it. When you're 18, you're not thinking about things like that. You know, we always talk about, you know, I mean, are you saving, or are you deferring that whole thing? Is it even on your mind at that time?
Well, that's interesting you say that, because with this program with Ohio State, they're going to have a financial literacy program, because many of these students come from lower income families and maybe don't have a full grasp of money like somebody from a more affluent family might have, or they have to carry the full responsibility of paying any loans back and so forth. So with work study and some other things, they're going to fund this program, but it does come with financial literacy, which we've said over and over needs to be something taught in middle school and high school for every child.
Yeah. Well, and so what they have is, it's not just that program, but they have to fill out these financial forms each year to figure out where everything's going. And I actually kind of disagree with you, Ron. I almost wonder if, or I think that when somebody comes from a real budget conscious family where there's not a lot of excess, I do think there's a greater grasp and understanding of what these loans are going to mean. When you're somebody who grew up hearing about, we have this type of debt, or we're paying this bill, that sort of thing. Certainly all families have debts and bills, you know, even if they have a lot of money. But you know, I just think back to 18. I think it's a hard concept for an 18-year-old to think about those large sums of money. But I think somebody coming from a family on a tight budget is going to really get this and think, okay, sure, I've been on a budget my whole life, and I'm going to continue on with this program. I think that it's quite wonderful and interesting.
My friend Lisa was in a far more difficult situation than I ever was, and I feel like, you know, considering where she came from and how much she had, which wasn't a lot, she really made her way through it. But she did live with this fear and anxiety. What if I don't succeed when I graduate? What if I'm not able to pay this back? Whereas some of the more affluent kids just didn't have that worry or concern, because it was either taken care of on the front end, or they were supplemented when they graduated. Right? But the bottom line is, for this new generation of kids they're graduating with an exponentially larger amount of debt than any of us ever had 20 years ago or so.
Yeah, depending on what kind of depending on what kind of school they go to.